tossing it at the giant worm. As the rope caught around the worm's thick body, it hissed in anger and spat bright yellow venom at Donny. The worm's spit missed my friend and sizzled where it hit the ground. "It spits acid!" Red yelled. My jaw dropped open like a lion devouring a wildebeest. I watched as Red tore off a piece of metal from the fence with nothing but the power of her mind. She forced the metal down onto the ground and used it as a shield to bat away the acidic spit that flew from the giant worm's fangs. "Whatever you do," Donny shouted at me, "don't stare it in the eye. One look from his eyes means instant death." Rewind. What kind of animal spits acid and can kill you with a look? "What is it?" I screamed back, panicking and covering my eyes with my hands. I've lived through way too much weirdness to be killed by just a look from a worm. I stumbled backwards, desperate to get away from the acid-spitting freak worm. "It's a Mongolian Death Worm!" Donny and Red shouted in unison. Mongolian death worms equal extremely bad news. I've read about the Mongolian death worm before in one of Donny's cryptozoology books. The Mongolian death worm looks like giant worm the size of a large dog. Pink body, small eyes, fangs as sharp as daggers. Natural habitat, the deserts of Outer Mongolia. Deadly features, spits acid, can kill you with a stare. Best methods of defense: never look it in the eye. Wear acid-proof clothing. Avoid the deserts of Outer Mongolia. "Here!" Donny screamed to Red, throwing her the rope end and tightening it around the worm's writhing body. That's when I noticed something. The worm was wearing a backpack. What's weirder than a Mongolian death worm? A Mongolian death worm wearing a backpack. Was it planning to stay? Red took the rope from Donny and held it firm as Donny pulled out his tranquilizing blowpipe from his pocket. He put the pipe to his lips and prepared to strike. "Please, no!" came the strange voice I'd heard outside the gates only moments earlier. "I mean you no harm." "Wait!" I screamed. "Don't shoot!" Donny stared at me as though I'd just told him I fancied a cuddle with the death worm. "Don't shoot!" I repeated. Stumbling forward, careful not to look the worm in the eye, I raised my hands in surrender. "Don't spit at me," I warned the worm. "Tell your friend not to shoot, and you have my word," the death worm replied. I should probably mention at this point that I have powers of CSC. That means I'm a cross-species communicator. I can speak the languages of animals. Not regular animals like dogs and cats, only rare animals. I can understand animals like werewolves, phoenixes, and Mongolian death worms when no one else can. It's pretty cool. "It's not here to hurt you," I told Donny and Red. "Funny way of showing it," grunted Red angrily. Red loves any excuse to grunt. In fact, I've known warthogs who are better company than Red. "Tell the worm to quit with the acid if he wants to talk." The worm let out a horrible hiss. "Who is this freak?" I heard it say. "This is Red," I answered back. "She lives here. So does Donny. Is it Donny you're here to see?" As Donny is a world-famous cryptozoologist, if there's a Mongolian death worm hanging around Feral Zoo, it kind of figures that it's here because of him. "Who's Donny?" the worm asked. "What's it saying?" Donny asked. "It doesn't know who you are," I told him, "but it says it's here because it needs help." Donny frowned. "Ask its name." "My name is Genghis," the death worm replied, without waiting for me to translate. "Like Genghis Khan?" I gasped. We learned about the famous Mongolian warrior at school. He was mega fierce, just like the death worm now standing in front of me. "Yes," Genghis answered. "My best friend has gone missing," he continued slowly, as if he was weighing up whether to trust me or not. "Coming to Feral Zoo was my last hope of finding him." "Who's your friend?" I asked quickly. "Bert, the chief of the Yetis," he hissed. "He and I go way back. The Tibetan plains, the deserts of Mongolia, the mountains of Nepal, we've seen it all. Man, he and I have had some wild times. I could tell you some stories. Ever seen a yak?"